and welcome to another episode of the Own the Life of Your Dreams YouTube channel. It's me, Tamisha. I am so glad to have you here with me today. And today we got a great one. We're going to be talking about debt consolidation, the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We are talking about financial freedom and how to get free. And if that's something you are interested in, you must check me out. Stay with me, stick with me, so we can help each other. So we can help each other become financially free. I give you the accountability you need and the opportunity to work with me to get your finances in order. And if that is something you're interested in, definitely look me up. All right, so debt consolidation. What is it? All right, well, debt consolidation is if you are overwhelmed with debt, meaning you have medical bills and you have credit card bills and student loans and house payments and other debts, car loans. I keep saying tarot loans, but other loans, personal loans that you may have taken out for furniture or anything like that, then those things can pile up. And the more and more you borrow, the more and more you got to pay back. And of course, you have that ugly word called interest, because everybody not only wants their money, they want their money back with some money on top. Okay, so you're giving out all of this money, and then you look at your bank account and you have zero, or even worse, you have negative, and you don't know what to do. So what debt consolidation does is it takes all of the money that you're shelling out to all of these different companies and puts it all in one, so you can pay all of your debts at one fell swoop. All right, so my personal story on debt consolidation, let's say about 4 or 5 years ago, I was paying the credit card bills. I still pay the credit card bills, but at the time I was paying the credit card bills and I was getting about $20,000 less income a year. And I was just putting stuff that I wanted or needed on credit cards, mostly stuff I needed, like stuff like food or, well, not necessarily needed, because it was like gifts for, happy birthday stuff, stuff that I really didn't need, but, you can't go to a person's party empty-handed. So you just, I guess, don't go to the party, but that's kind of rude too. So, trying to be the little Southern belle, which I'm not, I was going further and further in debt. And so, my husband looked at the credit card bills one day and he was like, oh no, we are almost maxed out. What are you doing? And I said, well, I'm paying for this and that. No, he's like, you need to do something. You need to stop. We need to cut all this stuff off and you need to pay this off. I said, but I don't. And he said, do it. That's my husband. All right. So I tried to figure out a way to consolidate all of my credit card payments into one. And I did that. And so right now I'm in the process of almost paying them off. And in another video, I'm going to talk about that as well. But I wanted to give you an overview of what debt consolidation is, so that you know that you have options. You don't have to sit and wait in debt forever. Okay, this is a temporary thing. If you stay disciplined and you do what you need to do and you pay the money, you will get out of debt, and it will be like a weight off your back. Okay, so what are the pros and cons to debt consolidation? Well, here are the pros. First of all, you get a lower monthly payment. And what that means is if you're paying $200 to Kohl's and $50 to Visa and $75 to Discover or whatever MasterCard company that you're with, they take all of that money and, well, not all of that money, all of those bills and put it into one. And instead of paying what? I just said that off the cuff and I now not know what I just said. $350. So they take that and take all $350 and maybe consolidate it to you only paying $100 a month instead of $350. So that gives you what? An extra $250, right? So it makes your it stretches your dollar more because it takes all of that money, consolidates it into one, or all of the creditors that you have, consolidates it in one, and you have a lower monthly payment so you can actually pay it off. All right. It also gives you a simpler payment because you're not writing a check to Visa or Discover or Kohl's or Macy's or your Walmart or Kroger or whoever you're indebted to. You have one monthly payment that you're paying it to, and once you're one and done. Once you pay it, it's over with. You don't have to think about it anymore. All right. It also will raise your credit score over time. So eventually, as you continue to pay the debt, of course, the debt becomes lower, and it also boosts your credit score. So if you are fumbling, and like me, I think I started that I was in like the 400s or 500s. I think I was in mid 500s when I started debt consolidation. Now I'm like in the mid 700s. So that can highly jack up your credit score, make you look very, very good to other creditors who are going to send you more things to get you into debt. Okay, so just be prepared and ready for that. All right, number four, you're paying to a single creditor. So like I said before, you're not paying to all these different people. It's all going to one creditor, and it's one and done. And then you also have the opportunity to get tax breaks. So if you own a home and you take out a home equity loan, meaning that you are taking out a loan on the extra value of your house. So say your house is worth $100,000, but over the course of you staying there, it's worth $150,000. And so you take out a home equity loan on $10,000 or $25,000 or heaven forbid $50,000 to pay off all of your creditors, and then you're only paying the mortgage company or the bank for that actual loan that you were paying your creditors on. And if you do that, then you also get tax breaks. So all of the interest that you're paying on that home equity loan will also be tax deductible every year. So you get some money back for getting a home equity loan. All right. So maybe wise if you're wise with your money, maybe not so wise. And we'll talk about that as we roll into the cons. So the cons is if you use a home equity loan and you don't pay that home equity loan, they can take your property. You can lose your house simply because you are not consistent in paying, and the banks don't care. Okay, they want their money, and you can file for foreclosure. Well, not file for foreclosure, but you can file for bankruptcy and everything like that. But if you're liking the video, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified anytime I drop a new video. Thanks. Eventually, sometimes it may not work out for you, so you need to know that you could possibly lose your property if you are not disciplined in paying off your home equity loan. However, if you don't use a home equity loan, you don't have to worry about that, but you won't get the tax breaks. All right. The number 2 con, it's easy to fall further in debt, because see, if you were paying $350, right, and now you're only paying $100, you have an extra $250 to blow. So what you gonna do? Get another credit card, okay? Or decide that you got to have this brand new car, right? No, that is not the time to start buying more things. It's the time to take that money and allow it to make money for you, or take that money and save it, which is in essence helping you make more money for you, but just at a slower, lower rate, okay? So take that money and do something else with it. Imagine that you're still paying it to the credit card company, and pay it to something else that will help you make money. All right, that is the goal. Do not get further in debt, because then you're in this huge spinning hamster wheel cycle and you're never going to get out. The purpose is to become financially free, not always slaved to, or being a slave to someone else. All right, number 3, it will take a longer time to pay off. So if you were paying $350, it might have unless you're only paying the minimum. So if you're only paying the minimum, this is not true. But if you're paying $350 and it would only take you maybe 2-3 years to pay it all off, when you go down to the $100, it may take you 5, 6, maybe 10 years to pay it all off, depending on how much debt you have accrued. Okay, so make sure that you think and remember that. So when you debt consolidate, your payment time may be longer, but if you're okay with that, you could also pay it off quicker too. So they are, every debt consolidation company has some type of interest or some type of money that you have to pay on top of whatever it is that the monthly payment is. So if you have $100, they might charge you $175, which is their fee. Okay, so it will behoove you, it would make more sense to pay it off quicker if you can. So you only pay 100, you pay them 75 and maybe slide them an extra 25 to put on maybe a higher interest credit card company, or for the loan to be paid down quicker. If you can do that, then go ahead and pay that $200, all right? Also, you can have interest rate issues. If you get an unsecured loan, meaning a loan that does not say I'm a fixed rate for this amount of time, all right, then those variable rates will generally bite you in the butt, because whatever goes down can also go up. So you might be chilling cool paying $100, $175 a month, which is better than your $350, but 3 years into your payment, all of a sudden it blooms up to $300 and you're sick, okay? Or $400, which is worse than what you were paying before. So make sure that you read the fine print very carefully. You ask tons of questions for all of your debt consolidation loans or debt consolidation companies. How much is it going to cost for me to pay this? Will this rate change over time? And how long will it take for me to pay off my rate or my debt? So make sure that you ask those questions, because if you don't, you can end up with heartache later on, and you wish you would have asked then, all right? But by then it'll be too late. You'll be stuck in this huge, huge debt. And that's basically what happened with the home crisis, right? Back in 2000 or 2009, where all of a sudden all of those variable rates homes all of a sudden shot up, and the people didn't have the money to pay because they didn't think about that. They didn't ask the right questions, and you do not want to do that as far as your credit card debt, because of course if it's a home equity loan, you can lose your house, all right, or lose anything else, or go into Chapter 11 or Chapter 13 into bankruptcy, which is not what you want to do for the long haul. Also, the last con is it can reduce your credit score temporarily. So, you know, that lovely 500 credit score, 550 credit score I came into when I first started my debt consolidation program, it dropped down to about 400 something, which was devastating, okay, because I had worked hard to get it to where it was. But, you know, now I'm sitting at 700. It's beautiful. But you have to think about that when you are starting any kind of debt consolidation program or getting a debt consolidation loan. It will drop your credit score, and depending on what program you use will depend on how far it will drop. And so you need to also ask that type of question, you know, how will this affect my credit in the long haul? And if your credit is already jacked up, then, you know, this might not be a question that you really care to ask. But if you know that you want to buy a house or a car in the next year, then that's something you need to think about, because your credit will drop, and that will be a factor in getting a home or a house. That's the same thing, getting a home or a car, okay? So make sure that you think about that as well. So hopefully this was of value to you. Also, last tip. Make sure that whatever it is that you are signing up for is something that you can do, something that you can afford, something that will work for you. Don't look at the terms for where they are right now. Will they change over time? And can you handle that change? If you can't, then go with someone else. Do something else, because this is your credit, this is your livelihood, this is your freedom after all. And if it's something that you cannot deal with, honey, run, all right? Get all the information you need. Call somebody, ask somebody, text me. You know, I got my information below. Is this a good deal? All right? And, I'll ask you some questions or ask the debt consolidation people all the questions that you want to ask, because they are there, yes, to make money, but they also will have a better program if they do right by their clients. And since you are a potential client, you want to make sure that you get all the details that you need, all right? Or get somebody else involved to help you make that decision, all right? So hopefully this was of value to you. If it was, make sure you give me the thumbs up or like my video, all right? Do both. Like my video, thumbs up. Also subscribe to my video. I'm giving you fresh twice a week videos to help you be successful in getting your finances in order and becoming financially free. And if that is something that you're into, then you definitely must join me on this journey, because I'm helping you do exactly that. And if you need somebody to help you stay accountable, to give you a look at your finances, give you a plan and help you be successful, or give you some ideas on how you can create more income and bring more income into your house, make sure that you click the first link in the description box. It gives you all that information, plus allows you to book an appointment with me to help you be successful online. And I can't wait to help you do that. So not just online, in life, period, right? I don't know why I said online. Anyway, hopefully that you will do that, and I can't wait to help see you be financially free. So until next time, my friend, make sure you think big, dream big, take action so that you may own the life of your dreams. Bye now.